Right. Let's quickly give you guys some update. Right, so look how can you like discover yourself and who you truly are if you are in a sort of like uncertainty about like your identity, or so if you have like certain, what's the word for it, having a brain fart right now. The word for it is am I just gonna post this row? I'm actually like now thinking about my brain fart. Coping mechanisms, right? So let's say like based on your identity, you think of yourself as like being that person or like that guy, whatever. But like underneath or underlying aspect proves you otherwise. So then basically that's like, what you need to do is like a reality check exposure. So let's say you have this like personality trait or character of your identity which you believe of yourself, but then putting in some certain situations, putting yourself in some certain situation to figure out whether that's who you really are or that's how you're going to react according to what you think, or it's just like in your head but know who you truly are, is an option to validate whether that's accurately or not. So I was actually like speaking with my coach last night, right? And we came through, well, kind of like dig into a few things, and this came to my mind, right? So this sort of like approach to your day to day in regards to your like identity and who you really are is actually like a pretty fucking decent thing to validate whether like who you really are, right? So let's say this: you take yourself and think of like, okay, who am I? Why am I like experiencing all these like different like emotions or like conceptions of you, right? So what you want to do is like literally as simple as like pen and paper and like write it down. Okay, so I believe I'm like a confident person, I believe I'm like motivated, I believe I'm like responsible, on time, resilient, whatever, right? And define this as your sort of like baseline character traits, and then live life day to day, and then at the end of the day do a summary, at the end of the week do a summary, and see, okay, how many occurrences of this like baseline happened this week, or events that should have interfered with these traits that I do believe I am. And then there's nothing more accurate than data that will come out of like day to day when it sums up to a week, few weeks, a month, and then you realize like, okay, so was it just like bullshitting myself? Was that tall idea I had about myself just a copy mechanism for something that will like actually come up, and you realize like, am I really like that discipline? Well, basically like the data proves otherwise. So whenever you are like in doubt, and this is like an experiment which I'm still like going through right now, whenever you are in doubt whether you're like you that person, you that guy, who you think you are, right? Because like most of the times you get to like lie to yourself or like bullshit yourself, or like people just go by the concept of like fake it till you make it. There is so much you can fake it, but there is not much you can hide, because like you yourself, you know who you are, right? And if you don't know who you are, life will like prove it to you. Okay, so based on that very aspect, the concept is pretty simple as I explained. Set up like a base identity, define it, and then monitor that, and actually like be fully honest with yourself. And then along the period, the testing period, you will see there will be another set of like character traits that they will come up, right? Either being triggered by external events, or they will just like come up as a consequence or like as a supplementary of that predefined aspect you thought of yourself and that is no, so then you can see like, okay, was this like triggered by like an external event, or that was like an intern was like an internal occurrence of it, and then you can like understand why and what happened in that case. So it's pretty simple. And anyway, I hope it helps you. Definitely like helps me. I'm still in the process of it, so I'm gonna keep you guys kind of like updated on how it goes.